The following video is brought to you by Diamond Foam and Fabric.
Hello and welcome to the Santa Monica Beat. I'm Julie Garcia. In today's top story, a tradition turned 48 years old as Marina del Rey's Sunset Racing Series began Wednesday night. Sailors from the marina met at the California Yacht Club to put their boats to the test against other competitors they have known for years.
You know the people you're racing against. It's not like the LA Marathon where you're in a total group of strangers. You know them, you drink with them, you help them with their boat, and they help you with yours, and it's a great community.
It's the biggest midweek event in Marina del Rey, without question. We have many different kinds of yachts, boats, dozens of boats out tonight, 50, 60 or something. We sometimes have nearly 100. And so they're all scrambled, cobbled together in this Wednesday night event.
This is what we do with our boats. We go out and race them, and we try to beat our friends and neighbors, and if they beat us, then we'll get them next week.
The race runs every Wednesday until September 5th, with the series winner receiving the coveted Marilyn Ritchie Trophy. And now Westside Pet Clinic has some advice on how to help your pet deal with the summer heat.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cynthia Hrvatic of Westside Pet Clinic with your pet tip of the week. The dog days of summer are upon us, so please take some simple precautions to help prevent your pet from overheating. Never shave a pet to the skin. Keep a 1 to 2 inch coat, which keeps them cool. Also, dogs and cats can become dehydrated quickly, so make sure they have plenty of fresh water when the temperature rises. Finally, watch for signs of heat stroke. You may see vomiting, bloody diarrhea, or seizures. If so, seek medical attention immediately. I'm Dr. Hrvatic, and this has been your pet tip of the week.
Also in the community, the skies at Santa Monica Beach were full of kites this past weekend. Our Michelle Hummel was there.
The Otis College of Art and Design brought 3 different youth organizations to Santa Monica Beach on Saturday to make and fly kites for the first annual Kite Festival.
Integrated Learning is kind of our community outreach program. So students come from every discipline. They work in teams and they work in the community. And I found this artist named Tom Van Zandt in town who did kites. And then he came to me about 8 months ago and said, you know, we really should have a kite festival.
We're not used to seeing beautiful, colorful things in the sky. What they are is flying sculpture. We're joined here today with 7 of the most artful and skillful kite makers in the country.
You have something that's tethered and kind of alive because of the wind. I mean, the string comes alive, there's sound that you can hear when the winds are strong enough. It's just like a musical instrument.
It's an endorphin lifter. Makes people feel good for no apparent reason. Just looking up in the sky, absorbing the colors and the movement. I never get tired of it.
Tom Van Zandt tried flying his 50-yard Chinese dragon kite for the first time in 37 years. The attempts to get the kite to fly never amounted to more than a few seconds, but its time in the air was mesmerizing to all who witnessed. In order to fly kites, you of course need wind. And if you can tell by my hair, there's lots of it. But today isn't just about flying kites, it's about families. And today's turnout says it was a success. For the Santa Monica Beat, I'm Michelle Hummel.
Thank you, Michelle. In the mix this week, Samo High will host its annual Artists for the Arts concert on Saturday. Local band Venice will host Jackson Browne and Glenn Phillips for a show that will benefit the arts programs at the Santa Monica and Malibu Public Schools. Tickets start at $35 and the show starts at 7 p.m. Also in the mix, a web series is using a local business as its hub for stories. The Beat's Aaron Storm was there on set.
Director Ben Wolfenson has credits on 4 feature films and on the Nickelodeon channel, but he's decided to take on a low-key side project set in the Co-op grocery store in Santa Monica.
I've been coming to the Co-op for 15 years, and I think all the people here were kind of funny and interesting, so I thought, you know, why not do a show kind of based around some of the stuff that happens here, using all the real employees, and, you know, I just thought it was like a cool place and a good opportunity to kind of make a funny show.
I started working at this store about 2 years ago, and I had known Ben from working at other stores previously, so we had talked about ideas. So I thought, why don't we write about this? And Ben actually put it into action.
You know, I've worked on shows and I've had shows on major networks, and there's always a million reasons why you can't do this or that. And, you know, it's nice having a big budget, but it's also nice here having freedom.
It took the crew a little over an hour to film tonight's 3-minute episode. Wolferson said this story will be ready to view in 3 weeks. You can see this one and the entire web series at coopstories.com. For the Santa Monica Beat, I'm Erin Storm.
Thank you, Erin. And now for a look at sports, here's Spencer Lee.
Thank you, Julie. I am Spencer Lee. The unpredictable weather this week forced some games to be postponed, but on Saturday, the Sam High baseball team faced one of its more difficult opponents. The Vikings took to the field against a team handpicked by assistant coach Tony Todd in what is known as the alumni game. Todd brought in fathers of the players, the team's coaches, and a few who saw some time in the minor leagues. On the mound was pitching coach Kurt Schwengel, who showed he still had an arsenal from 60 feet 6 inches. Schwengel struck out 9 batters in the game, and the alumni made their share of contact, including a couple RBIs from Todd himself. But the alumni as a unit couldn't shake the rust, including head coach Sheldon Philipguide. Philipguide's struggles from the plate allowed his youngsters to attack and claim the town bragging rights with a convincing 12-3 win. Now that the alumni have been vanquished, Sam High will return to action this week against Inglewood. Back to you, Julie.
And that does it for us. Be sure to check us out next Monday at 9 a.m. Until then, I'm Julie Garcia for the Santa Monica Beat, brought to you by Diamond Foam and Fabric.